Alright Kings, welcome to another video. It's your boy Shiraz here. Guys, I hope you're winning in life, doing well, take care of yourselves. Guys, we've had tons of subscribers. We are winning, guys, thanks to each and every subscriber. Guys, we've had an influx of subscribers, so that's great news. Let's dive into this video, guys. Men need to become more ruthless. Okay, it's the title of this video. I'm going to tell you why this is very, very important. It's something I learned in my life just in the nick of time. Maybe a wee bit later than I should have. Being a kind-natured person is my just my personality. I get it from my mum's side, guys. My father's side, I get my aggression, a lot of my masculine traits. I get my father's side, my independence, my mindset, my strength. I'll get a lot from my dad's side. He was quite a he had all these kind of attributes. My mum, I get a lot of kindness and empathy from her. And this is the way I was for years and years and years, guys, because I like to show people empathy. As a human being, you should show empathy. Now, I'm not advocating that you go out there and be an asshole, okay? Can I say that? And that I'm far from it. Don't go out and be an asshole. Be kind to the world. Show kindness, show empathy, help people. Help an old person across the street, give charity, all that stuff. Guys, I'm a massive advocate of that. I do it daily basis. I don't talk BS to you on this channel. The other day, I was in town. We digress a bit here, but I was in town and there was this thing for Gaza or something. You know, I don't know what your political beliefs are, but that's besides the point. And they had pictures of babies, and you know, I don't take any kind of religions or anything like that. Just look at, you know, the substance of it, what's actually going on, and I gave the women a tenner. Okay, go and do things like that. Okay, so be kind to the world, have a good attitude. This is what forms the basis of an attitude, but you have to an extent, become more of a ruthless man. The reason being, fellas, is if you have too much of a good nature, too much Mr. Nice Guy. This is the problem with simps and beta males. Simps and beta males adopt too much of the nice guy syndrome, too much of less boundaries about giving and not receiving, especially with women. Okay, simps and beta males are just walked over by women for this reason. They don't have a backbone. They don't have these kind of strong masculine traits. They have masculine traits maybe, but they haven't developed them in the correct way. This is why they become simps and why they become beta males. When you develop your masculine traits, you'll be able to have conscious awareness and recognize your weak sides of your personality as a man. You only learn this, guys, through development. You only learn this by getting burned. Sometimes you have to get burned to learn this, guys. Unfortunately, it's one of the truths. I hope you don't get burned, but it's one of the ways where you get red pilled, as they say. You get red pill awareness. You wake up and you find the red pill. This is how a lot of people find red pill knowledge. And guys, don't think red pill is this kind of ideological movement that is toxic. Red pill is not toxic. I've told you this before in my videos. Red pill is knowledge that's going to save you. Red pill is going to make you a better man if you use it in the right way. There is levels of toxicity to red pill knowledge. People are just going to the extremes with it, hating on women. I don't advocate hating on women in this channel, fellas. I'm giving you the perspective of the realities and the truths of female nature. There's a difference. It's not the hating women. It's hypergamous, organic female nature throughout time that I look on aspects of and the black and white of it. Okay, so but we digress here a bit. So, you know, these beta male simps, they get walked over because of the aforementioned things, being too much of a nice guy. And this applies to social circles that you have, associates, friends, people, relationships. Maybe if you're with a partner, family, you have to become more ruthless as a man. Your time is very valuable. You have to realize, guys, your time is very valuable. Time is the most valuable commodity we as human beings have. And it took me years and years and years to realize this. Sometimes, sometimes you're just asleep in life, guys. All right. So sometimes you're just you could sleep for 10 years and not have conscious awareness of it, and it's not a fault of your own. But when you realize time is a greatest asset, you start to become more ruthless. This is certainly what happened to me. I used to be so open with people. I used to give people so much of my valuable time because, as I say, I've got these empathetic, kind traits. And that probably held me back career wise, fellas. That probably held me back development wise. That probably held me back in tons of things. Let me give you an example of this so you get a bit of the foundation of where I'm coming from here. For instance, in terms of my training journey, in terms of my development and my physique, guys, it's never. I may have or possibly would have been more further ahead in it in my training even more than I am at the moment. I mean, my training is now at the level it's the best level it's ever been. Just barring some injuries, guys, because I obviously said to you I've got this injury where I couldn't squat. I've still not managed the heavy squat yet. Monday was better there. I was able to do it without feeling any pain after the leg session. I was able to get back to stiff-legged deadlifts, which I couldn't do. I couldn't even bend down, all that stuff. And dumbbell stiff-legged deadlifts, which is very good for building up your hamstrings. So I did an entire leg session, so I was happy about that because I was having to miss out squats and these fundamentals that really build the mass. They're very good for your mass, guys, stiff-legged deadlifts if your hamstrings are lagging. But I couldn't get down the squat. And this time I was able to go a wee bit heavier. It's still not there. But it's going to be a slow progress. I've never felt this, guys, before, so it's going to be a wee bit of a journey to get back into it. But I'll get back into it. We've digressed here, but the training journey I would have been years more ahead. But I was spending time with these friends, toxic friends, going out to bars, going out to pubs, getting back late and missing meals. Because I didn't want to be non-selfish. I didn't want to be, I'm not a good friend to these people, and I want to be a loyal friend. Part of my personality, guys, is I'm very, very loyal. Okay, if I do, I can't get the word out here, guys. If I do form a friendship, guys, I can't get the words out tonight. Form a friendship with you. I'm a very loyal friend. One of my old friend said that. He goes, I'll give you one thing, Shiraz, you're a very loyal person. I'm not as loyal. I've not been a good friend. And they used to say this to me. I've not seen the guy for ages, guys, but I used to miss a lot of workouts, go and pick him up at 3 o'clock. I didn't want to be this way. And it was affecting me, guys. It was affecting the training on the Monday, late at night. So obviously you don't want to do these things when you're training. You have to get to bed early, you got to get your nutrition, and especially if you're training proper and the hard way. And I just didn't want to be selfish. And guys, I must have done this for about 6 or 7 years, and then I got to a point where I said enough's enough. I've got to prioritise me. I've got to start getting a bit hard-headed about this, a bit more ruthless, and as soon as I started to say no, guys, that's when it changed for me. That's when I started to make more progress. I started to get a better physique than these guys. I mean, so a lot of my friends trained, but they fell away. The excuses, guys, it's just excuses. They were into alcohol. Guys, I used to drink at the time, but one thing, it doesn't matter what I was doing or how bad I was out partying, I would always maintain the 5 days a week at the gym. I would always get back in the gym from Monday to Friday and hammer it. And that was to my detriment because I would have been so far ahead. So I just nipped it in the bud. I became ruthless that way, guys. And because I started to become ruthless, these people start to fall off, guys. What you'll notice is when you become more ruthless, people will start to fall off. People you think are loyal will start to fall off because they realize you're not going to give your valuable time away. Your time, as I said, as a man, is valuable, guys. You have to value your time, even to people in relationships and the things I mentioned, friends, family, associates. you have to become more of a ruthless man. Your life will start changing. Even, let me give you another example. Even with ex-girlfriends, they used to monopolize a lot of my time. Guys, there's things that were very important to me that I had to get done, career stuff, productive stuff, that I couldn't get done because I didn't want to be this kind of asshole of a boyfriend. And that was just not having red pill knowledge. Now I'd have no qualms about doing it. At that time, probably I wasn't maintaining much of a masculine frame either, because I didn't have this knowledge, this information that I'm giving you on this channel, guys. Okay, you want to take this information in, guys. You want to learn about this stuff. It's going to make your life better. Honestly, as a man nowadays, you need to know this. And I would go out, and one of my ex-girlfriends, guys, she was very taxing, very taxing. I would have to go and do silly things like entertain her and go and play an hour of tennis when I should have been on my laptop doing things, or I should have been looking for entrepreneurial opportunities, this kind of thing. And then maybe I have to go to her in-laws because I didn't want to upset her, and then you get the normal crap that women do. Oh, we'd never go for walks, you live a single, all this crap. And I just became ruthless with it. I said, I can't do this, can't do that, I can't do this, I'm not doing it, sorry, I'm not. And I think the biggest change for me when that relationship flipped is when I said to her, I think one day she came in, and then I turned around and just said, I'm not responsible for your happiness. Just ruthless guys like Bon. And I think I made a video on this, guys. I need to link it on this. And testament to time, guys, she's no longer here, but because of Ruthless, they weeded out one of my close friends weeded out because of Ruthless, because I wasn't doing these toxic habits, because I had to think about my career progression, what I wanted. And it's bettered me, guys. My physique's bettered. I've been single for years. I'm living a more balanced, happier, vibrant life being single, away from this person. I can't imagine going back to that, guys. So, and being ruthless that way, these things weeded out. It always worked out well for me. Being ruthless that way, it got rid of the toxicity in my life, made me a better man. Nowadays, I'm just ruthless with everything. Even in the gym, guys, I'm ruthless. Before I would talk and want to be rude and how you doing, 10 minutes spent, 20 minutes spent about the workout, and then somebody's telling me about the social life and blah blah blah. And yeah, what you're training today, and see now, I adopted this policy about a year ago, guys, about a year and a half ago. I adopted this policy of not talking to anybody in the gyms anymore. And if I'm passing by and they give me an order, how you doing this? Are you looking well? That kind of thing. And then I move on with it. This is what I adopted, and it really, really brought my physique on. It has brought my physique on, and it continues to bring my physique on. People then start to realise to not disturb you. They understand it. You get more respect that way. This guy's in here to blast it and leave. I became ruthless that way. I'm not sacrificing my workouts for anybody. Even in terms of when I used to go out and with family and stuff, and they would make you eat takeaways and stuff, or we're going to restaurants and stuff, I would refuse to compromise on my diet. I would refuse to compromise, and a lot of time going out these things, I still do refuse to compromise. I've become ruthless, guys, in my time, who I spend it with. This is why I have a very limited social circle just now, and that is by choice, guys, because I do not. I'm very ruthless that way. I don't want to be with people that are not moving to a winning progression. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with what they're doing with their lives, but I'm moving to progression. I want to win in life. I'm winning in life. I'm moving to progression of hitting my goals. I don't want to be around anybody that's not doing that. I'm going to be ruthless that way. I'd rather be on my own than, sorry guys, it's just late again. I'd rather be in on my own rather than be involved with these type of people that are not winning or not moving to winning. So I've got to be ruthless that way. I'd rather just stay single and be on my own, working my goals at night. Guys, obviously I help relatives a lot because they're getting elderly. You may have to do things like that. So have empathy that way. But you've got to be ruthless as a man. Ruthless as a man to achieve your goals. Ruthless as a man to achieve your opportunities. Ruthless as a man to win in life, guys. We are in a dog eat dog world. We are in a world where guys, nobody's gonna hand you anything. Nobody's going to give you something for nothing. Okay, it's not the world we live in nowadays. And weak men that cry in social media. You're getting a lot of these YouTubers that are crying in social media and complaining and stuff. Nobody's going to give you anything. You have to be ruthless and do things and create things for yourself. That's why I started this YouTube channel, guys. I'm creating a business. I'm creating a brand with this YouTube. I'm helping guys out there, but I want to make this YouTube bigger, create a brand with it, guys. Hopefully take it further. I have other entrepreneurial pursuits that I'm looking at, so I'm constantly being ruthless with my time. I'm not going to monopolize it for anybody. So you need to stay ruthless as a man, guys. Ruthless to your goals, ruthless to your own needs, and especially, guys, ruthless with women. Guys, do not compromise with women. That is my advice to you. Be very ruthless with women, especially modern day women. They will monopolize your time. They will make demands of you. There's not an equal exchange of value with modern day women nowadays, guys, and too many of you guys are still giving in to female nature, and you're getting an unequal exchange of value with women because you're either simping or you haven't worked on yourself, you haven't developed yourself where you can be on your own. You need a woman, you need a partner, you need a relationship. You've got to be comfortable with being on your own, guys, being yourself. You need to start controlling your lust. Once you control your lust, you do not require women, unless it's for procreation or unless you want to have children. That's something you dream of, or you want to start a family. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You will need to do that. But in the meantime, if you're single, you're young, you're on your journey, you need to gain your power back, guys, by protecting your lust, creating, mastering your lust. And once you master your lust, guys, you will not need women. Once you control and master that lust, you won't. Why would you'll not need to go and chase women? You'll not need to pander to them. A woman will subconsciously pick that up. I've talked about this before, guys. I can't stop. I'm kidding you. I'm not kidding you. I cannot stop these women lusting. They do it in an indirect way. I'm not saying they're all over me and liking stuff, but in the gyms, they're lusting, guys. Women won't lust in a certain way. Women will do it very indirectly. They'll do it in a very, very discreet, subtle way, or they'll do it in a very cunning way. Like they'll come in front. Today, I was lifting really heavy, guys, on my chest, and this girl, she was getting simped by this gentleman. I think he had some sort of disability. He was in a wheelchair, but he spent most of his workout. I think he could stand up and stuff, but he used a wheelchair for some reason. He spent most of his workout chatting to this girl, and then he was able to spot her on the shoulders, and he just used his entire workout chatting her up and spotting her. And guys, what does she do? While he's doing that, she's watching me. Guys, I kid you not, she was watching me lift heavy. She actually stopped and watched me lift heavy when he went away to go and do something. And he spent all that time simping and entertaining and validating her. She was doing shoulders and saying, "Oh yeah, you're doing really well," or something. I could overhear that. And then what does she do? She comes right in front of me and she's walking in front of me trying to get noticed. So I just spin my back around. This is what I do to them, guys. Drives them crazy. Spin my back around like they're nothing. And then she's constantly doing it again and again. This is how they'll subtly try and get your validation. You've got to be ruthless this way, guys. I'm telling you, man. And don't... guys, these females are messed up, man. Anyway, guys, 19 minutes. We've ranted on. Be more ruthless in life, guys, as a man, and it will take you far, guys. It will take you places. Certainly since I've been doing this, guys, my life has started to take an upturn. Still not where I want to be at the moment, but it's an upturn. It's progressing. It's moving on. I don't deal with any bullshit. I don't deal with any family bullshit. I don't deal with female bullshit. I'm just telling you this straight. I don't deal with people's bullshit. outside. I don't deal with customer service bullshit. I've become ruthless that way. And guys, you will find life will be a lot smoother when you adopt this policy. As I say again, be empathetic, show empathy, guys. Be a kind person, but know when to show the ruthlessness. Certainly when it comes to your own development in your own life, you have to be ruthless, guys, to get ahead. Being a nice guy is going to slow your progress down. It's going to slow you down, guys. You're not going to get very far in life. Certainly, if your thing's women, you're not going to get far in life with women, guys. Being soft and kind. Women, Mr. Nice Guy doesn't pay, guys. I'm telling you this from experience. Take my advice or don't take it. You'll find out in due time. Alright, guys, but I'm going to leave you 20 minutes. We've ranted on in this video, guys. So like, share, subscribe, guys. The channel is growing. We are winning, guys, on this channel. A lot more content coming up, guys. I've got some ideas about more just your content. I've got a lot of ideas on this channel. As I say, guys, I don't pigeonhole this channel to one topic. This is a manosphere channel. I will discuss numerous topics. I will even discuss esoteric laws, vibrational laws, frequency. I will discuss all of that. I will discuss esoteric manifestation. I will discuss all of that. And of course, guys, we have to indulge you in red pill content. Guys, with saying that, I'm going to leave you here 21 minutes and 34 seconds. I'm out, guys. I've got to get a meal and I'm hitting arms tomorrow. I hope you're hitting the gym as well. Guys, let's leave it here. Take care, guys, and Shiraz out. We'll see you in the next video. Keep growing the channel.